Any of them that you see will cover their heads, their brains. Look at that woman there. That woman there, look at her brain is outside on top of her clothes. That woman there that I saw. And look at it here. The one with the red. Look at another, all the brains, they has been scattered. Plato engine, wake up, come out.
And the headline reads, Christianity is under attack. And this is in Canada, and this was the other day, a day ago, in Montreal. And the headline reads, another church burned down in Montreal, Quebec by Islamist immigrants. No, folks, immigrants didn't burn this down. The immigrants built this church. The immigrants, blood, sweat, and tears, built that church for them to worship. The immigrants were the ones that built 95% of everything in the West. All the way from Alaska right down to Argentina, 95% of everything from bridges, running water, infrastructure, highways, was all built by Christian hands. 95% of everything was Christian hands. These are migrants that are coming in and burning this to the ground. These are migrants that are coming in, not immigrants. Migrants are burning this to the ground and destroying the culture, the way of life, the Canadian way. This other church here, we're looking at 100 churches burnt in the last couple of years in Canada. And governments know this, and governments understand that once you remove God from the equation, once you remove God and Jesus from your country, because these countries are predominantly built all on Christian values, right? And governments know once you remove God and Jesus, the country goes into darkness. The skyscraper dark ages we've been talking about for years come. The darkness rolls in. The hate, the murder, deceit. You think it's bad in the West? Wait till you remove God from your equation, you'll see. This is just a warning, and I'm telling you guys, and we've been telling you guys for over 15 years. This is a migrant invasion. It's people.
Death to America. That was not chanted in Iran. That was not chanted in Iraq or Yemen. That was chanted in Dearborn, Michigan on American soil by 45,000 people. I almost didn't post this, but 45,000 Muslims just walked through the streets of a very traditional American city waving Islamic flags. Not one American flag, not a single one. The Shia Muslim Mosque of Dearborn declared its allegiance to the Islamic regime in Iran on camera. And then they called the United States nation, quote, devil worshippers. And while this was happening, a man named Jake Lang stood up and said 3 words: Jesus is king. He was immediately smashed in the head with a rock, and then the mob tried to drag him out of the police car that was saving him. No one's been arrested. Let me tell you what Dearborn, Michigan looks like right now. It's the first Arab majority city in America. Doesn't
Islamic invasion happening in America right now, whether you see it or not. The mayor of New York City is a Muslim. The mayor of Dearborn, Michigan is a Muslim. The mayor of St. Louis Park is a Muslim. And the mayor candidate of Minneapolis is a Muslim. Islam for the last 1,400 years have never coexisted with any people, any color, any tribe. And I'm not just talking out of, what I'm educated on. I'm talking from experience. You see, I grew up in Egypt, and Egypt 1,400 years ago was a Christian country. We were 90% Christian 1,400 years ago until Islam came in our country. They conquered it. They burnt our churches, killed our men, raped the women, took the kids, and turned them Muslim. And now Egypt is 90% Muslim and 10% Christian. So I'm coming to you from the future to warn you that America might end up this way if the men of America do not wake up.
And this year is the first Jummah that I have attended in that new position. وأسأل الله
watch
أن
close.
يصلي على محمد وآل محمد والفرج فيه
Watch
للمؤمنين
the very next
على
sentence. Read closely.
يديه وقتل الكافر.
Pause. And the killing of the infidels, another translation is non-believers, non-Muslims, by your sword. Bro, you have the mayor of the largest city, most influential city, arguably, in the United States, giving his blessing to a Muslim imam, publicly praying for the killing of the infidels, non-Muslims, by your sword. Let the clip play out.
God is pouring out his spirit on the nation of Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau is a tiny, poverty-stricken nation of only 2 million people. It's sandwiched between Senegal to the north and Guinea to the east. According to the World Factbook, 46% of its people are Muslim, 19% Christian, and 31% practice animist or folk religions. But look what happened recently when evangelist Jacob Ebersol held meetings there.
Guinea-Bissau belongs to Jesus.
The president of Guinea-Bissau, Muslim Umaro Sissoko Embalo, attended the first night service. He also made a phone call to get a detained World Harvest Ministry sound and stage truck across the border. Ebersol held several meetings beyond the capital of Bissau, and he took a video of young people storming the streets, praising Jesus. He reports 18,477 documented decisions for Christ, and thousands more after those meetings. Folks, Guinea-Bissau is one of the most unreached countries for the gospel in the world. If revival can break out in a Muslim-majority country, it can break out anywhere, and it has, even farther south in Zambia, where 200,000 people reportedly attended Ebersol services there. Well, meanwhile, Ebersol says he's planning a gospel crusade in South Carolina next year. Also in early 2024, evangelist Sean Voigt says he'll launch the second half of his Let Us Worship State Capitals tour. He's already held events in 27 states and just finished his final capital tour for the year in Des Moines, Iowa. Folks, keep praying for revival to break out, not only in America, but around the world. And as Voigt and Ebersol would tell you, their mass events are the result of consistent and persistent prayer. The revival that breaks out may seem spontaneous, but many intercessors have prayed for years. So keep praying. And remember that revival does not begin in West Africa and American capitals, but in our hearts. May God stir us, pour out his spirit, and bring new life and blessing to our nation and the world.